Hi, and welcome to the daily reading for July the 25th. And today's reading is coming from Wrinkles Don't Hurt, Daily Meditations on the Joy of Aging Mindfully by Ruth Fishels, author of Time for Joy, Time for Peace, Time for Me, Time for... there's another one. Time for Hope is her new book. You might want to check that out. And the illustrations are by Bonnie van de Kamp, and they're beautiful little illustrations throughout the book. And there's a little one on today's page. It's like a little onion, because we're talking about layers, our layers today. So, no matter what our age, if we are mindful, open, honest, and willing, we can still discover new truths about us. When we look deeply, we can peel away layers and layers of false self and discover the magnificent person we truly are. I pray for the willingness and honesty to continue to discover the wonderful human being I really am. And it's a short reading, so I'm going to read it again because I love it. No matter what our age, if we are and willing, we can still discover new truths. When we look deeply, we can peel away layers and layers of false self and discover the magnificent person we truly are. I pray for the willingness and honesty to continue to discover the wonderful human being I really am. So I love that. And I do work and teach about layers and layers to discover the magnificent person that we are underneath those layers when I teach the Batch Flower Remedies. So the Batch Flower Remedies, if you haven't heard of them, are 38 different flower, they're made from the energy of plants and trees, and there's 38 of them in the system. And they're to balance your emotions. They help us to balance our emotions. What happens when we go through life is that we tend to ignore our emotions or we stuff them down, which creates a layer. And then we forget about that layer, and then we build through the years lots of layers of unresolved negative emotions that we have within ourselves. And the Batch Flower Remedies, starting on the outside layer with how you feel today, balance that layer. So say you're feeling really tired today and really impatient. I would give you some impatience for impatience, and I would give you some olive for tiredness. And your tiredness levels would improve, and your impatience would definitely improve. You become more patient and you become more energetic. So, and that's your outside layer. But what might happen is that when I give you those remedies, the next layer is shown, and you might discover that there's other emotions under there that you haven't dealt with in the past. So it's just the way the remedies work. They peel away the layers that are not you, and they kind of reveal eventually this magnificent you that is you, that is all you, and you are authentically you in your life. So I'm not quite at my shiny, magnificent self yet, but I know I'm pretty close after using them for the many, many, many layers that I had over the last 22 years that I've used the remedies. I had so many layers. I didn't even, I was unrecognizable as my shiny, magnificent self because I had pretended too long to be what I was not. So, if you've never even heard of the Batch Flower Remedies, they're just in little bottles like this. You can buy them in, if you're in the UK, you can buy them in good chemists. If you're in Canada, you can buy them in like whole food stores, nutrition stores. And, this one here, interestingly enough, is the remedy for people who pretend that they're okay when they're not. It's a remedy called agrimony. And agrimony helps you to drop the mask, to be able to share how you're really feeling rather than torturing yourself inside, keeping it all in and not telling anybody how you're feeling. It's a really torturous place to be. This was one of my most used remedies in my early days, and I still check in with it occasionally when I am unsure how I'm feeling, I think I'm even hiding from myself. So I will check in with agrimony, and usually it will reveal to me, how I'm feeling, and be able to share those feelings. Allows you to say what you want to say when you want to say it without worrying about there being conflict or judgment from other people. It just is it's my authentic remedy. It helps me to be me, truly me, without pretending to be anybody that I'm not. So that's just about layers, and it's kind of tied in with Ruth's reading this morning. So a little bit of education. I invite you to investigate the batch flowers if you're someone who maybe struggles with any emotion that might be out of balance, because it just needs brought back to balance. You don't have to be like that forever. Okay, namaste. Love to you all. Bye now. Bye.